Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of the English of Everything. I'm Benjamin, your teacher, and today we're going to be talking about one word, and this one word is recommend. Recommend. And to recommend something to somebody. I recommend something to somebody. And to recommend means if I really like something, if I have seen a film, if I have read a book, if I have listened to some music and I really like it and I think you would like it as well, I want to tell you about it, I will recommend it to you and I suggest you watch it or you read it or you listen to it. So today I'm going to recommend some things associated with music. Because if you've seen my channel, if you've seen my videos, you will know I'm a big fan of music. I love punk rock music, I love rock music, I love soul, I love many different types. But so for me, music is a very important part of my life. And I'm going to recommend to you some different things associated with music today. And we're going to start with some music DVDs. So you can watch them, you can see them. And we have 3 different music DVDs for you today. And the first one I recommend for you is I recommend you watch the Iggy Pop DVD live in San Francisco in 1981. I recommend you see this DVD. It's a very good live concert and Iggy Pop is very energetic, very good live, so I recommend you see this. The second DVD is MOTORHEAD. Okay, this is MOTORHEAD live and it's called Everything Louder Than Everything Else. So again, I recommend you see this DVD. MOTORHEAD are a classic band, very loud, very fast, very energetic. Okay, and the third DVD I recommend you watch is Bad Brains. Now if you've never heard of Bad Brains and you don't really know much punk rock or you don't know much hardcore music, this is going to be quite hard to watch, hard to listen to, but I recommend you check it out because it's very important music. These are pioneers of punk and hardcore. They were some of the first people to do it and they had a small crossover with reggae as well and they're very good, so I recommend you see this DVD. Okay, these are DVDs, so I'm going to recommend something else for you now, and I'm going to recommend a book associated with music, and I recommend you read this book, and this book is called The Ground Beneath Her Feet by Salman Rushdie, and this is a very good book. I recommend you read it. It's about the differences between Indian culture and American culture compared with music and family life, and it's a very good book, so I recommend you read this if you have not read it before. Okay, I recommend this book. Okay, I'm going to recommend a music magazine now, and this magazine is from England and it's the best punk rock, hardcore magazine in England, and it's a couple of my friends are the editor and the producers of this magazine, and it's called Big Cheese magazine. And on the cover here you have Green Day. It's quite an old issue. This is from 2009, but this is a very good magazine. I recommend you get it. I recommend, if you are not in England, go to the website, check out what they have online and order some copies from the website because it's very good and it gives you many bands, and this magazine gives you recommendations for many good bands for you to listen to and you to check out. So yeah, I would recommend Big Cheese magazine. Okay, now I'm going to recommend some music to listen to, and if you've seen my channel on this side, or maybe it's this side, there is a list of my favorites, and these are all bands that I've been associated with. I've played drums for. All the songs on this side are bands that I've played drums on these tracks. So I'm going to give you a couple of recommendations for things I've been associated with. So the first one is a band I had in England, and it's called Jesse James. And this EP is called the Shoes EP, and there are shoes and a trumpet. And Jesse James are a punk band. They play some soul. They have a horn section, so trumpet, saxophone. So people say sometimes they're a little bit ska, but they're a punk rock band. They were we were very good live, and we had good fun. And so I would recommend Jesse James. Recommend listening to these. Okay, the next band I was in was called BLINDFOLDS Aside. And this is the cover, BLINDFOLDS Aside. And this is a much more heavy band. So I recommend this music if you like heavy music, if you like bands like Pantera and things like this. I really recommend it. And again, it was very fun live, very good to play. So I recommend BLINDFOLDS Aside. And the last one I will recommend is my current band that I have here in Prague. And this band is called Anyway, and I'm not going to show you the CD because we have a brand new record and it's on vinyl, and this is the new record we have. The band is called Anyway, and this is called a vinyl, if you don't know. So you have a record in here and it's round and it's a vinyl, and this is Anyway. So this is the last thing I will recommend you listen to today. In the links down here underneath the video, I will put some links to all these bands and these things that you've just heard about, so you can check them out for yourself and see if you like the recommendations. And also recommend some things for me. Come down, there's a comment section down here under this video. Recommend bands, music, books, magazines, videos, films. Recommend them for me because I like hearing about all these things as well. So yeah, I think that's everything for today. So thank you very much for listening. If you get a chance, press the subscribe button on the top and you will be updated on all the new videos that come on, and I update it regularly. Many new things, many new subjects. And yeah, again, that's everything. So have a nice day. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye.